Yo, 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 yo. Today I'm going to be talking about who is next for Ilia Topuria, or whatever Connor was doing there. Listen, I know the answer. I know what the answer is. I know what's going on in the lightweight division. I know this guy, Cole Minero, or whatever his name is, he's friends with Ilia or with the crew. He said already, right? We are going to be surprised by what's going to happen at lightweight. Ilia is not coming back in January. He's not coming back in February. Probably not in March. He's coming back later, probably later spring, maybe June, something like this, right? That's what he said. These are his words. After this, I've heard some rumors, heavy rumors, saying that what is next for the lightweight division doesn't even clarify who is going to be next for Ilia Topuria. Listen, he has his private problems, right? That's what we know. They're probably talking about his divorce that he's having with his current wife, ex-wife. They have children together, and it's, obviously it's a hard time, and I understand that he has to take some time off. Fine. But what is happening in this division does not make any sense. We know right now there's only one guy that really makes sense for Ilia to fight, and that's Arman Tsarukyan, right? This is the case. We all know this. There's no other person that maybe you would like someone else to fight for a title, but deep in your heart, and not even deep in your heart, you just know that it should be Arman. Maybe you like Paddy more, you like Gaethje more, sure. But if you look at who deserves it, it's Arman. But is Arman getting the title shot? That is the question I have too. I have heard a lot of things, and I still question who gets the title shot. But without further ado, now here it comes, guys. Who is next? What is next in the lightweight division? This is going to surprise you. Maybe not if you've seen my Instagram. If you haven't seen my Instagram, this is going to surprise you very much. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, interim championship. This is for an interim title at UFC 324. I'm even hearing that this might be the main event for this card. If that's the case, I am not too sure. I haven't really heard anything about this, but this is the fight they want to make. Interim title fight for these. Let me fix this. Interim title fight for these two. Number 4 versus number 5 for the title. I don't have a problem with the rankings, but thinking about this, bro, why is Arman getting left out of this? That's one. Second off, Max Holloway literally beat Gaethje and he beat Poirier at lightweight. Why is he not getting like something, I know he's injured, but still, bro, like at least wait a few months and then you can make him versus Pimblett maybe. This does not make any sense. And then who gets the title shot? Because these two certainly don't deserve it. Like what? How does this make any sense, bro? And by the way, this is not official. Almost official. This is as close to official as it can get without it being actually official. I am the first one to say this, by the way. I have a source. He just is not allowed to post it himself. So he just, friends or whatever. He just sends it through to me. And this is the opportunity of a lifetime, he told me, because this is like 90% done. This is the way the UFC wants to go. Even if this doesn't get done, this is the way the UFC wants to go. This is what the UFC wanted, at least. They wanted to screw over Arman, Max, and whoever there is left. Even Charles, bro. Like, I would rather have... Obviously, I don't want Charles to fight Ilia again because it doesn't make sense. But, like, what do you do with Charles then? You let them fight Max, and then Max wins, for example. And then what? Then you have Max and Arman that should be getting a title shot, but just aren't getting a title shot. This whole situation does not make any sense. Paddy Pimblett, bro, does not need to be anywhere close to title. And so... the same goes for Gaethje, bro. He beat Fiziev, and Gaethje beat Fiziev, bro, and now he's getting a title shot, even though he beat him before that as well in 2023. And Paddy Pimblett beat Michael Chandler, who was on a 4-fight win streak before, or a losing streak before that. And then before that he beat Bobby Green, who also was on a losing streak. Absolute cinema, you guys. The UFC is the best versus the best, you guys. Best versus the best, not just random ass names. And you know what gets me here? Obviously they get, let me fix this again. Never mind, this is good. What gets me here, what my problem is here, obviously, like Paddy Pimblett, he's very popular, right? So that's why he's getting a title shot. Although I don't know why he's so popular. I'm not hating on him, but just like, okay, why is he this popular? Like, what? It's not his fighting style. I know he talks, but it's not like crazy talk. It's not even much trash talk he's doing lately. So I'm not sure why he's this popular, but whatever. But Justin Gaethje, why is he getting a title shot? I mean, sure, he's popular, but he's gotten 2 other title shots, right? And then he lost the fight before his win against Fiziev. He got knocked out by Max Holloway coming up from 145. And then he's saying, oh, but the UFC promised me title shot. And you lost, bro. You took the fight, you lost. And then now what? You're saying, oh, I'll retire if they don't give me title shot. Bro, I love you, Justin. I would much rather see you get a title shot than Paddy. But there's no reason for you to get one. The only reason you get one is because your manager is Ali Abdelaziz, bro. If it was someone else, you would not be sniffing a title anytime soon, bro. Paddy Pimblett, like with his hair and stuff, oh, he kind of cool. That's what gets him the title shot. Although I do think it's bullshit, bro. Michael Chandler, imagine beating Michael Chandler and getting a title shot, getting an interim championship. And the thing is, if it wasn't for Arman, I think that Pimblett would have gotten the shot. But then the UFC knows, oh, we can't just jump him over Arman. That's not happening. So we have to make him versus Gaethje a much easier matchup than Arman himself. We get him a championship, interim championship, because Ilia will not be fighting for a few months. So now we can justify him getting a title shot. That's just what it is. Arman should be getting the title shot, bro. He cooks both of these guys same night. I'm not even joking. I feel like he could cook these guys same night. He would do Gaethje as easy as he did Hooker. Maybe even easier. Give him 30 minutes. Throw him in there first Pimblett. He cooks him, bro. How does this make any sense? How does this make any sense? I am so mad, bro. Like this. Yes, I look like Arman, but that's not the reason that I think that Arman should be getting the shot, bro. That's not it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the UFC doing at this point, bro? What is Dana cooking, bro? This doesn't make sense. I keep saying the same thing. It doesn't make sense, but I'm just frustrated about this because there's a clear #1 contender. Yes, sure, Ilia Topuria, he has his personal problems. He doesn't want to fight for now. Sure, if you make an interim championship, at least give it to Arman, bro. At least make Arman versus Pimblett or Arman versus Gaethje. Why are you not including him in this? He said he would be okay with coming back in January. Make this in January. This is UFC 324. In January. Make him the main event there, bro. He stepped in, and the crazy thing is, right? He stepped in as a replacement. Made weight, didn't have to fight. But normally if you do this, you get a title shot. Okay, he didn't get a title shot. He defended his position, yes, versus Dan Hooker, cooked him. Bro did anything he wanted to him. He outstruck him, he took him down, sliced him up, almost TKO'd him, and then went for the submission, did anything he wanted to this guy, bro. His hype is real right now. And everyone, like, on Instagram, they're saying, oh, Arman beats Ilia now. It's all recency bias. Recency bias is very strong in MMA. And it's huge now. So why not use it to your advantage and give it the title shot to Arman? At least make him an interim title shot versus Gaethje or Pimblet. I can't wrap my head around this, bro. I'm very disappointed, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully my source is wrong, but I just don't see it. I've even heard that they're going to be announcing this soon. So, is what it is. Thank you for watching. Arman beats these guys. He beats Ilia also, in my opinion, but that's for another day, another video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's go for that.